Hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Blue Archive. In the last episode, I believe we tackled the treasure hunting, whatever it was called, involving Hanako and a couple of others on some remote island. So we did that event last time. So now we're off to another event, a new event that just came out today. And I'm actually on time doing it this time around, not like a couple days late. This event's gonna introduce, well, I don't think it's gonna introduce new characters. I think we've seen one of them, but I think it's gonna introduce a new one. It's the club story event. So, let's check out this event, shall we? Let's head on over there and see what this is all about. Day with Knowledge Liberation Front. Momiji! Are you okay? No, all this dust is killing my lungs. That's why we're cleaning. But what's the point? Why do all this cleaning when nobody's ever here to appreciate it? President Shirino is the only visitor, and she only just comes to take her nap. If they're actually expecting visitors, then they should at least stock more books. I agree, but is keeping the library clean such a bad thing? We live here, so we benefit from it, whether anyone else does or not. Blech. Don't try to trick me with your well-reasoned arguments. You know, sometimes people find unexpected treasures while they're cleaning. Why don't we treat this more like we're looking for useful artifacts? Outdated books and old manga are not treasures. Maru. Is it Maru or is it Maru? Maru. Let's go with Maru. All information is valuable to the Knowledge Liberation Front. Whether it's new or not, people are always clamoring for the latest content. Yeah, but when the latest content is moldy old books and manga, why are you so determined to be negative about this? Oh boy. Wait a second. Maru, come here. Huh? What? Did you find something? Yes, I found Luna, volumes 4 to 21. I can't believe such treasures were right under our noses. What's Luna? Maru, you don't know about Luna? And you call yourself a member of the Knowledge Liberation Front. Well, you see, I'm disappointed in you. These stories are legendary. It's about two characters named Luna who experience life together. There's something for everyone. Love, life, punk themes, a band, movies, and everything. The final volume, volume 22, took a kind of a turn, but you've really missed out on something amazing, Maru. What a shame. Do you mean that you pity me for missing out? Or do you find my ignorance shameful? Oh, I've never once thought you were shameful, Maru. You know that. That's true. Anyway, I happen to own volumes 1 to 3. Why don't you take this chance to get acquainted with Luna? Do I have to? Of course! We are the Knowledge Liberation Front. All information is equally valuable, and Luna is no exception. You're just using the Knowledge Liberation Front as an excuse to make me read this, aren't you? All done. Whoa, it's later than I thought. Does that mean you liked it? Tell me, what'd you think? First, it wasn't bad, but... Right? It's amazing! You don't think the storyline feels a little... contrived? Excuse me? It's just creating conflict for conflict's sake, or they use freak accidents to write off characters that get too complicated. Well, some critics did point that out back in the manga's heyday. But that doesn't mean the characters aren't appealing. Take volume 16 for example, Luna's confrontation with a studio manager. I'll admit the characterization was good, especially considering the publication year. But the story itself was too convoluted. It got so bad that it actually ruined some volumes if you ask me. Like in the last part in Volume 21, they left too many loose ends. You said Volume 22 is the final volume, right? I'm not sure that's enough to tie all those up. What do you think? Well, actually, Volume 22 doesn't exist. What? Why not? That's a terrible way to end things. Expert. Uh-huh. I didn't catch that. Who died and made you the expert, Maru? Uh-huh. I just wanted to know why there's no final volume to wrap up the story. And another thing. Another thing? You're not a real author. Who are you to judge? You never think things through before you commit them to the page. You're no better than they are. You just think of a scene and then force every character and storyline to fit in. They're flawed, just like you say the story is. So what makes you such an authority on the subject? Momiji, what's going on with you? What's wrong? I've just had it, okay? I needed this off my chest. Oh boy. Don't piss off an avid reader. And let's not forget that you ate my fried pancake either. Because I certainly didn't. It was sitting out all day. I just assumed it was up for grabs. They should have labeled it or something. I shouldn't have needed to. If it's not yours, don't touch it. It's common sense. Oh boy. The argument is going into a different direction. You never consider anyone else. You just do whatever you want. You're so inconsiderate, Maru. Oh boy. I don't have to stand here and take this. I have tons to say to you too. You have no right to complain, Momiji. Take the book orders. Oh boy. You keep getting multiple copies of the same book. I bet you mistakenly placed a duplicate order, huh, Momiji? I had no choice. I'm looking for a limited edition. It's really hard to get. The reason doesn't matter. No thanks to you, the Secretariat refused to approve any orders for 2 months. How are you gonna fix that? Oh boy. They're going at it hard. So, you say that I'm not the only one doing whatever I want? You're just as bad, Momiji. Those are two completely unrelated things. No, they aren't. Oh boy. Fine, whatever. Keep acting like you're better than everyone else and see what happens. See if I care. You're not going to scare me with threats. Because I don't care about you either, Momiji. Oh boy. Oh, fine. Just walk away when I'm talking to you. Good riddance, so I'll be just fine on my own. Yeah. I hope. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so we got 12 episodes, so we'll go through 6 and then we'll wrap it up. So let's start. I did try pulling for these characters. These characters are now in the pool for new characters. I grabbed Momiji, but obviously I couldn't grab the other one because my luck is shit, and I don't want to spend all my pyros on a character that I'll probably never use. Alright. The work never ends, does it? No matter how much I do, there's always more. Just great! Sensei? Wow, you don't look so good. You're clearly busy today. I can call you back another time. Maru, what's wrong? Is there some problem? No, don't need to make a fuss. Just because I'm self-conscious doesn't mean there's a problem. I mean, really, what do you take me for? Am I that... Oh, who am I kidding? You're right, there is something. hadn't really occurred to me before, but I suppose I could use some advice. Wait, it looks busy, and I don't want to inconvenience you, Sensei. You look like you're about to pass out. I'll be right there, just hang tight. He just wants me, just want to get out all the paperwork. And we are off. Sensei? Sensei? Oh boy. He just wanted to get out of there. I feel it. You were so quick to act, Sensei. What can I say? I'm procrastinating. You know you'll end up having to pull an all-nighter to get it done. But I suppose that's just human nature. We'll do anything to delay the inevitable as long as possible. Man, she's so wrong, so right in so many ways. I understand. You know the deadline is coming, but you still want to have fun. Sounds like I'm confessing something. Are you? You sound very serious. Did I? Did. I am a little stressed, but is that obvious? I bet. I noticed Momiji isn't with you. Yeah, that's why I called you, Sensei. Momiji left the library. You wanna tell me what happened? Well, you see... Maru, I think you're in the wrong on this one. What? Why are you taking her side? I mean, afterward, I did wonder if I went a little too far. But I'm a creator too. I just stated my professional opinion. The story was lacking. It's nothing to get angry about. Well, I suppose someone else might think differently. And I did reflect on it. It's not like I didn't. Do you two argue often? Not that often. Sure, we disagree from time to time, but Momiji and I have just different opinions on things. In a job like this, you can't not have strong opinions. It seemed like any other disagreement we've had. I figured we would make up eventually, but Momiji isn't answering her phone. I don't know what to do. I've never seen Momiji that angry, and she's never run out of the library like that. What should I do, Sensei? Why don't you try being honest and apologizing? If I thought that would work, I wouldn't have called you, Sensei. It's always been like this. Nothing to say gets through to her. Huh? You disagree? Give her a sincere apology and it'll be fine. And if that doesn't work, I'll step in and help. This isn't some story in a novel. There's no way a sincere apology is enough. I mean, even if it were a novel, people would say it was too shallow. Simplistic, even. Well then, what do you think you should do, Maru? Talking to her isn't enough. I need a more methodical approach. Some kind of reconciliation formula. She's like overthinking this. Luna. The final volume, volume 22, took kind of a turn, but I just wanted to know why there's no final volume to wrap up the story. That's it! Sensei, I know what to do! I thought I'd check in and see how that idea of yours is working out, Maru. Great! It's like this. You know how Momiji and I fought over the Luna story? Well, after that, I did some research. It turns out the reason nobody can get the final volume is because sales at the time were terrible, so they only printed a few copies of it. Now they're extremely rare, so much so that it's known as the elusive Luna in volume 22. If I can get my hands on a copy of the final volume, Momiji will have to forgive me. It's the perfect plan. I'm sure it'll work. That might be a little extreme, but I could go along with Miru's plan for now. You're awfully quiet, Sensei. I guess that means you have no objections. You always understand me. I'm so glad I asked for your help, Sensei. Now I just have to figure out how to get my hands on such a rare book. At least we have a goal. If I take it one step at a time, I'm sure the solution will come to me. Our quest to complete the Luna set starts now. The first thought was to go outdoors. I'm so proud I could cry tears of joy. I'm not shut in. Sure, I prefer the indoors, but still. Yeah, she's like me. I know when it's time to go out and get some fresh air. Now our first stop should be here. I haven't been here in ages. The smell is just like I remember. What is this place? It's a whole street dedicated to used books. The Knowledge Liberation Front comes here all the time. You see, these aren't your typical bookstores. They specialize in rare and out-of-print books. Doesn't matter how old a book is or what it's about, you can find it here. Just be careful. This place is pretty cutthroat. They eat newbies like you for breakfast. That's terrifying. I guess you never got to the memo about the industry's dark side, huh, Sensei? I can explain. The first thing you need to know is that everything here is marked up like crazy because sellers expect to negotiate. So they love it when naive buyers come around. Then there's the fact that not everything they're selling is strictly legal or safe. It would cause problems if the authorities can't win. And no regulation means the less reputable sellers try to pass out fakes to unsuspecting buyers. You wanna know why we can't come here anyway? Well, regardless of quality and legality or even safety, it's better for collectors to keep it than to let it end up in a landfill somewhere, right? And last, if all you're doing is window shopping, no one will bother you. And with that, here we are. The shop that will have the final volume of Luna. But this place can get pretty rough. That's the Wild West in there. Survival of the fittest. So you should probably hold my hand for safety. I'm not sure I'd call a bookshop the Wild West, Maru dear. Anyway. Why does this book have library on it? Oh, that probably came from a library and they forgot to remove the tag. Let's start searching, okay? Volume 22 of Luna, here we come! We've been searching for 3 hours now! Jeez. If you want to find a needle in a haystack, you need a lot of looking. That said, I think we've done all we can on this side of the street. Let's go to the next place. I mean, it is a rare book. I bet you didn't notice this alley before, did you? If you go through here, this looks like a hallway than an alley. It's a tight squeeze with the bookshop through here is some really old stuff. If that book is anywhere, it'll be there. I'm afraid we failed our mission, Captain Maru. How? My plan was perfect! The search isn't going well. It feels like we're back to square one. This is ridiculous. All that searching, we still don't have a clue where to find it. The rumor said that she was elusive. This is beyond my expectations. Luna is quite the formidable opponent. I thought I recognized your voice. How unfortunate that I ran into you here, Maruri. Who's this? That voice! Who's this? Oh, hello. Who are you? I haven't seen your face before. It's been quite some time. How are you? A new face. Alright. Looks like it's all story. There's like no combat at all. Interesting. Usually there's combat phases in these events, but it's all story. This jerk. Childish name calling from a self-proclaimed author. How predictable. Perhaps you should consult a thesaurus the next time you attempt to insult me, Marui. You might be more successful. I don't need one. Besides, any thesaurus you think is good will probably give me nightmares. That was a classy joke for you, Marui. Perhaps just this once, I'll deign to give you a compliment. You'll deign, will you? You know, those high-credit words make you sound more snooty than sophisticated. Ah, so you can read between the lines. Very good. I was worried you wouldn't understand. Oh boy. Okay, that's not both of you. All the sniping isn't healthy. Snipping? And who might this be? That's right. This is your first time meeting Takane. Why don't I introduce you? It's such a shame that you'd be the one to introduce us. However, I can't very well ask you to introduce yourself. Such an impropriety is beneath me. Ugh. Is it? In that case, I'd be perfectly happy to let you get down on your knees and tearfully beg us for forgiveness, to forgive your arrogance. Oh boy. Got too far! Oh. Quit that! You can't just shoot at people every time you get mad. You know this is why no one likes you. Well, that and nobody wants to be friends with a sarcastic know-it-all. Maruri, honey, you're no different than I am. You, the fledgling author who finally joined a club event only to be ignored by everyone involved. You had to pretend you didn't care just to save face. I'm warning you, if you say one more word. Oh boy. Aren't you forgetting something? Oh. Oh my. Right, this is... Oh boy. Oh my, oh my. I'm positively delighted to finally meet you, Sensei. I've heard so much about you. My name is Miyoshi Takane. I work at Red Winter's publishing department, writing reviews and new works for the Red Bear. Publishing department? Yeah, it's an exclusive club for students at Red Winter who wish to dedicate themselves to the fields of writing and publication. Not to boast, but I'm proud to share that as a reviewer I have read and reviewed every book published out of Red Winter. And yet, you boast. Next time you have a moment, you should stop by the publishing department. Don't you dare invite Sensei to ignore me. I have first dibs. Curious. I assumed you were so determined to remain reclusive that you would never call out your den. But here you are. There's such a thing as site visits, you know. Isn't that something you usually ask your assistant to do for you? But I don't see her right now. Tell me, where is Momiji? She had other engagements today. Since when are you two of you apart? You're together so often I started to think you were joined at the hip. What's wrong, Marui? You're uncharacteristically silent all of a sudden. Where are your signature brass retorts? If I'm being completely honest, I'm a touch concerned. You should be grateful that I care. On second thought, don't thank me. I'd rather not see you grovel. Just commit to one mood or the other. This flip-flopping is tiresome. The books that come out of Red Winter, you said you read them all? Yes, but again, I don't mean to brag. And this is what it's like when you're not bragging. Does that mean you're familiar with Luna? Luna? Yes, I'm familiar with the work. Why are you Marui so interested in it? We're looking for the final volume. The infamous final volume of Luna? I see. Right when Momiji is nowhere to be found. Well, it pains me to be right, but I knew this would happen someday, Marui. What? You heard me. Look at how you conduct your personal affairs. Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. You have the audacity to criticize my personal life? You who criticizes everything and everyone and talks in circles so no one can understand you? All of you know that criticism is an art form. I see perspectives others can't. I shine a light on otherwise unappreciated works. It's high time you understood that. Critics like you would be nowhere without creators like me. Nonsense. A good review makes a work of art shine. What a good novel be without someone to read it? That's a bunch of Red Winter nonsense on par with President Shirino's propaganda. Nonsense or not, it's true. Okay, that's enough. Can we get back to the last volume of Luna? Alright. I understand your situation, Sensei. Though I don't know why you're determined to help such an anti-social creature. Now you're comparing me to a wild animal. Here's the bottom line, Sensei. The final volume of Luna, Volume 22, has a very complicated history. It won't simply turn up just because you're dead set on finding it. What the heck does that mean? You know what? You seem to know a lot about Luna. I bet you're looking for it too, and you're trying to throw us off the scent. That's it, isn't it? Stop asking a bunch of questions at once. Didn't anyone ever teach you how to hold a conversation? Now, I'm about to give you important instructions, Maruri. Visit the publishing department. Why there? Because there is a clue to finding Luna Volume 22 there. If you want to find Volume 22, this is how you do it. Wait, What? I'll be going now. I do hope I have another opportunity to see you go, Sensei. Without Marui around. That's the last straw, you! Oh boy. Wait, wait! Dang, she's gone. Maybe Takane didn't talk nonsense. I'm still not convinced she was actually helping us. At least she gave us a clue, right? Yeah, that was unusual. Do you think Takane knows something about Luna that we don't? I don't know, but we should definitely visit the publishing department. Ugh, I hate to admit it, but I think she gave us decent advice. The publishing department has information about every book ever published in Red Winter. They're sure to have something about Luna too. Why wasn't this your first thought then? This is the publishing department. Yep, most of the books distributed by the Red Winter Academy are made here. Amazing. This does not look like a book publishing department at all. It looks like a factory, if anything. Amazing is one word for it. They've been known to print some pretty unusual stuff, and I mean really unusual. They also do favors for the Knowledge Liberation Front when we need to print our newsletter. It's not exactly a fringe organization, but I can hear you even when you're quiet, you know. What's this? Hello, another new face. Here she is. Yes, the dreaded publishing department head is here. I don't know what brings you this way, but it's nice to finally meet you, Maru. Or should I call you Marui? Maru is just fine, Yakumo. You're the head of the publishing department, yes. We handle everything related to books, printing, binding, packaging, management, sales, and business expansion. I'm Aramaki Yakumo. I also manage the Red Bear. Wow, this is the Red Bear? I think I've seen it before. Isn't it Trino's propaganda? Yes, that's right. Just then a sheet of paper fluttered past. Is this another flyer? I condemn abominable mustaches who throw away yogurt lids without licking them. Wow, you print stuff like this? You print both Shirino propaganda and flyers denouncing her. Is it okay to print them at the same time? Why wouldn't I? It doubles my sales. Take the Red Bear, for example. If we include both the feature praising President Shirino and a caricature of President... Caricature? I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Caricature. I don't know. President Shirino, we hit readers on both sides on the aisle. Why choose one when you can make a profit of both? Oh boy. That's one way to look at it, but the logic is a little tough to follow. I'll take that as a compliment. So, what should I call you? Sensei? That's who you are? Apologies, I nearly lost my composure. I pride myself on being the laid-back head of publishing. Anyway, welcome to the publishing department, Sensei. I've heard so many amazing things about you that I started to wonder if you were even real. You know, we need a feature for the next issue of the Red Bear. Why don't we run a special interview featuring Sensei's tour of the publishing department? No. Oh, come on, you can trust us. You'll benefit from it too, you know. The Knowledge Liberation Front regularly misses deadlines, has an ambiguous fan base, and prints all kinds of strange material. The publishing department, however, has a solid capital, publicity, and strong backing from the Secretariat Office. Isn't that whole Secretariat Office thing supposed to be a secret? Oops, I got caught up in the sales pitch. Just pretend you didn't hear that little tidbit. Now, let's continue with the story. We're here because we need some information. Oh, a deal, is it? I help you, you grant me a favor in return? I'm glad we have an understanding, after all. Though you're quite naughty, Sensei. But you had a deal in mind, you should have said so to avoid all this confusion. Clean out your ears, Yakumo. Sensei didn't say anything like that. Oh, it's not like that. Never. No! Maru, calm down. I'm asking Sensei what they meant, not you. If you answer our questions, I'll do your interview. Sensei? You'll be skinned alive by for agreeing to that. Excuse me, but skinned alive? I meant that figuratively, not literally, of course. Ah, fine. The publishing department doesn't work with leather anyway. Huh? Oh God. That's a dark joke right there. Well, anyway, let's get to the point. The point being Luna. Ah, yes, Luna. The name sounds familiar, like, feels like a black cat staring at me. Its bandana flapping in the breeze from the far recesses of my memory. Recesses. That sounds rather dangerous. Aha, I know why. The name reminded me of a similar story. Really? Yes, it was a comic published ages ago. That's still around. Anyway, that's why I couldn't remember the right one. Oh, yes, it's coming back to me now. But why did you come to the publishing department? Takane said we should come here for a clue. Really? Takane. Oh boy. So, can you give us a clue? Right, a clue. Certainly. Something Sensei Maru would find interesting, perhaps even fascinating. Yes, what is it? Well, I don't know much about the last volume of Luna. But don't worry, I've still got juicy info for you. Then quit beating around the bush and tell us! Luna boasts a very dedicated fandom. And it is alive in Red Winter even now. They still meet occasionally. They're pretty lively most of the time. The fandom still meets over the shared love of Luna. Fans that still gather even after work is finished. Is that normal in Winter, Maru? No, it isn't. I mean, sure, once the work is complete, you might hear people talking about it from time to time. But if fans are talking about it and rallying around it, well, not every work is good enough to earn that kind of dedication. Yes, the comic has quite a history, but as far as when and where the gathering takes place, you don't know, do you? Actually, I do. What? How? I thought for sure you'd tell us you had no idea. Well, I am rather well informed. I have quite the network of sources after all. After all, we are the publishing department, no matter what everyone thinks of us. But earlier you said you couldn't remember it that well. I said it was hard to remember quickly, not that I don't know it all. Anyway, about the time and place. What is it? Oh boy. Not so fast. First we need to discuss payment. I see. You want to be compensated. Indeed. Yakumo, what are you going to ask Sensei to give you now? Not Sensei. Maru, I want something from you. Me? Yes, nothing major. I may ask you to provide a manuscript in the future. A manuscript? No way. None of the ones you've commissioned have been any good. No? Then I suppose you don't need the information about Luna after all. I'm disappointed. So it's for Momiji. Yeah, I can do it for Momiji. Okay, I'll do it. Are you sure okay with this deal, Maru? Yes, it's for Momiji. I can do this. Oh, such a beautiful display of camaraderie brings a tear to my eye. Maru. Wait, I have a condition. I won't do anything really weird. It has to fit my style, something I believe in. Don't worry about that. If the manuscript I want happens to align with Maru's preferences, then so much the better for both of us. Now, I just need you to send this contract agreeing that your tablet and pen are forfeit if you don't fulfill your end of the deal. But that's so cruel. Yes, I suppose to a creator and an editor would seem cruel. Now, please. Oh God. Does that mean I don't have to do anything? Ah, why don't we discuss that later? It'll be more fun that way. Please be kind. Oh boy. Man, editors are scary. Oh, I see a combat scenario there. I see one combat scenario. Alright, on to the first of... Oh, there's a lot of combat scenarios, actually. Alright. Oh, fight right away, huh? Oh, that's right. Alright, let's check what she's all about. It's also the first time we're doing a combat scenario on this new computer, so we'll see how well this runs compared to previously. Teddy bear! Interesting. Very interesting. Secret harmony. I expected bears and rabbits, but attack drones? Where do they come from? Over the river, through the woods, and over the snow we go. I envy your composure, Sensei. They're singing to you to take your mind off. Your frozen fingers? You should have had some. You should have said something. Here's a hand warmer. Thanks. Appreciate it. No need to thank me. Cold weather gear is essential to survive. Essential to survival. Okay, wait, no, never mind. It's essential to survival here in Red Winter. I'm glad we didn't have to go too deep into the wood mountains. Why are they me in such a remote place? The knowledge liberation front's devotion and passion would be better spent. Maru, I got the new edition. Isn't that just a reprint of an old edition? Objectively speaking, yes, but it's new to us. You know, since it's the first time we're seeing it. Well, don't worry about old or new. The influx of new knowledge enriches the heart either way. Never mind, forget it. Convention. Are we here? I think so. There really is a meeting all the way out here. And look at how many books there are. The displays are packed. Everyone here is either reading, buying, or selling. Yeah, it reminds me of something I've seen before. Ah, Meryl, look, is this? Yes, what'd you find? Wait, is this what I think it is? Final volume of Luna? Oh, but it has sample written on it. Of course, the full book is probably hidden away somewhere. Oh, customer, thank you for coming. Please take a look around. So, I was thanking us for coming. Could get used to this. Let's take a look at this, Sensei. It might just be the final volume of Luna that we've been looking for. It's been a while since I read a really good book. The two Lunas came together. With their strengths combined, they faced their final enemy. No, wait. Something about this isn't right. Luna is supposed to be romance. According to Momichi, there's love, life, punk things, band, movies, and stuff like that. Why are they suddenly in a big battle scene? Doesn't matter, it's a good story. Yes, the layout of the story is certainly impressive, but still, the style doesn't match the themes of Luna. None of it makes sense or fits the rest of the story. Wait a second, there's another Luna here. This one's titled Luna's Finale. There's another one, but that would mean... Here, this one is a sample too. Let's read it. In the end, the two Lunas went their separate ways. No, this isn't right! At least this one was about love and life, punk things and band and movies and everything else. It's supposed to be, but Luna's story plots are always about accepting each other's flaws and then reconciling. They just completely threw that out the window and wrote a farewell. Yes, it was such a sad story. Yes, the writing was good. Pulled out all the right heartstrings. It was outstanding. But there's no way that's how the final volume of Luna is supposed to go. There's another Luna. This one's titled Lunaless. Oh boy. It's everyone's own rendition of the final volume. Is every final volume of Luna displayed here different? I hope not. Based on what I'm seeing, that's the only conclusion I can make. Betsy, wait! Don't look at the sample by yourself. Let's read it together. Oh boy, it's everyone's own rendition of the final volume. No one ever found out what happened to Lunas, but we carry on, starting a new life inspired by the sacrifice. That's the ending? No, we refuse to accept this. It must have been a definitive end. It must have a definitive ending. This came completely out of the left field. It doesn't even fit the rest of the story at all. It's just an epilogue of an epilogue of an epilogue. What, wasn't the art really good? Yes, the art was amazing. A few panels even came across as a homage to classical art. But that's not the point. Pretty panels don't make it a manga. It's about the story and an appropriate ending. It's like they ignored the part we're most curious about and drew whatever they wanted and they wanted. Look, bro, there's a copy of Luna over there too. Don't bother, Sensei. It'll be just like the rest. I know what this place is, what all these Luna volumes are. Found something you like? You know, we're running a special, a free illustration with any book. In fact, why don't you take a look at the latest edition? It was just released. Sales of G Luna are limited to one book per person. Please wait your turn. Oh boy. We're at an official Luna convention. This is all fanfic. What? Haru, I don't understand. So... I see. Luna fans organize a massive meetup. So all these Luna endings, it's just what they think might have happened. Exactly. Everything here is fan fiction. Their idea of what the volume could have or should have been. Whatever they can dream up, be it fantastical, counter to the original plot, an epilogue of an epilogue, as fan fiction here at the convention, anything goes. So fans recreate their own version of the final volume of Luna. Yeah, that's why every single one of them is different, and the interpretations stray so far from the original. Some of them are purely the product of an author's own desires. Isn't that desire what inspires amazing creations? Why are you trying so hard to justify this, Sensei? Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Whether clumsy or eloquent, each volume proves one thing above all else. Fans here have a true and undying love for Luna. But why do they have this event? Why would everyone create their own final volume of Luna? So, found your way here after all, Maruri. Oh boy. Huh? Oh boy. Oh boy.
先生も揃ったことだし
Everyone has secrets. So, you found your way here after all, Marui. Huh? What are you doing here? Oh, hello, Takane. Hello, Sensei. I hope you've been well. I only half expected to run into you two. I'm a little surprised to see you here, but I'm glad to. I'm glad too. You're glad? Did you actually mean for me to hear that? What do you think? What do you think? You mean to tell me that you sent this to the publishing department hoping we'd end up here? Your desperate quest to find the final volume of Luna from Momiji was always hopeless. Volume 22 of Luna never existed. But I've seen listings for it on the internet. There aren't many, but they're there. Anything you find on the internet will be more of the stories here. Luna's a masterpiece. It dominated an era. It was an incredible hit, but had some bad luck. The saddest thing about Luna is that the final volume was never released. Why is that? As I said, Luna had made a splash, but over time the market lost interest. Really, it didn't get a fair review at the time. There was never actually anything wrong with the story, but it broached topics that the audience wasn't ready for, so it got mixed reviews. But that's a tale of as old as time, isn't it? True masterpieces aren't recognized until well after their time. I can't imagine Luna is the only work to suffer that fate. As a critic, I know that better than anyone else. That's why I try so hard to read and critique as much as I possibly can. So, you knew all along that I would never find the final volume. Then why would you use such a roundabout way of telling me? I wanted to test you, Marui. You have so much pride and you don't work to build any relationships. Since you were researching for the final volume of Luna, I thought doing this, getting you here, would force you to go outside your comfort zone. In other words, you knew how desperate I was and thought I'd submit to anything. Is that about right? Yes, and I was right. You came all the way here and... I'm sorry you got dragged into this, Sensei. I don't mind. Takane, you wanted to help them make amends, didn't you? I just wanted to see you find your own way here, Marui, that's all. That doesn't sound like you at all. Don't believe her, Sensei. I'm sure this is some kind of trick. That's completely uncalled for. You should talk. Alright, it's enough. Yes, Sensei. I know you're just looking out for me. Oh boy. What are you doing here anyway, Takane? Well... there you are, President. Everyone's looking for you. Let's go! President? President? Uh-oh. Wait a second. You knew what this was and where it is, and someone just called you President? Guess the cat's out of the bag. Yes, I'm President of the Luna Club. Takane, you organized this fanfic event. Wait. This is too much information too fast. You organized this event because you wanted to find a volume 2, didn't you? What if I did? You just gave a whole speech about how critics help bring light to a variety of works that would otherwise go unnoticed. But you're just collecting and reading works about your own favorite story. Talk about a hypocrite. Whoa, what are you doing? If anyone finds out about this, it'll ruin my reputation as an impartial critic. What's worse is that you, Marui, are teasing me for just for liking something. I decided it would be better if you were silenced. What? You're the one who sent me here in the first place. Things change. Really? Do you hear how crazy you sound right now? I suppose you're right. But it's not just me, you know. There will always be people who want to see how it ends. Some worry about the original author who just disappeared one day. Some say I was irresponsible of them to not finish it. But every single person who loves Luna wants more of it. They don't want it to die with the original author, so they started creating their own stories. So, here we are. Are you saying that each person is creating a brand new ending in their own style? It's their own interpretation, yes. There are as many interpretations of their work as there are fans. No one will ever know which is correct, so every interpretation is valued and respected equally. Of course, everyone wants their version to stand out and be recognized. It's in the nature of every creator. Regardless, it's all fan fiction in the end, isn't it? My point is, you were never going to find that final volume of Luna or use it to reconcile with Momiji. But there is something you can do. Gift her one of the Luna fanfics here, the one with the best review. If there's anything that will show Momiji how much you care, it's that. So that's why you brought me here. You're right. You're absolutely right. If I can't find the final volume, I can at least get her the next best thing. Even you see the reason sometimes. Wonderful. The thing is, sometimes when something feels so right that you have no choice but to do it, it makes you want to dig your heels in. What? What do you mean? I'm going to create something too. What? I'm going to write the final volume of Luna. Huh? Huh? Oh boy, half-baked. You can't just write a book in the blink of an eye. Sensei is right, it takes planning. How do you plan to write a whole ending on a whim? I mean, it wasn't that long ago that you didn't even know what Luna existed. Ugh, don't remind me. I have to remind you, this is a problem. Oh, on the other hand, if you write a Luna fanfic, that look on your face give me the willies. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. You don't like what? What do you mean? You're barely a fan of Luna and suddenly you're inspired to write fanfic? You don't deserve to. I'm the real Luna fan. I liked it first. What does that matter? I can't understand where she's coming from. You too, Sensei? It's just because you have a grudge against me, Takane. As both a critic and a true fan of Luna, I'm the most qualified person to deliver an opinion on the subject. Well, fine. You make a fair point. And as a reader myself, it's not like I don't sympathize. But I really want to draw and create. Go on. I'll admit I was wrong for not considering Momiji's opinion before I started criticizing the work. It hurt her feelings, made her angry, and started this whole mess. Everything was my fault. Is that accountability I hear? You never compromise. Where you come so far? So tell me, what brought you about this moment of personal growth? Fans and the writing. There's a massive official convention happening outside of Midwinter. Fans happily created and brought stories to share. I'll study whatever I have to. I want to draw. Feels right. I'm sure that's what I need to do. Like I always say, desire inspires creation. I think you might be right. Yes. But of course, as a long-time fan of Luna, you would never approve. Tell you what, I'll give you 4 days to do it, Maruri. You're giving me a time limit? That's so short. If you wanted the opportunity, you'll have to make it work. You did want to do this, didn't you? Why the sudden change of heart? And what's with the 4-day time limit? It's because this year's official Luna Volume 22 con is in 4 days. Is that different from this event? Yes, this one is just the precursor to the main event. Everything you saw here today is fanfic that was submitted for previous Volume 22 cons. The point of this year's event is to find the next great Volume 22 of Luna. And that's happening in 4 days. If you want to draw Luna Volume 22, and you want to do it right, then you should enter the event. You still have 4 days. If you want to participate in our official con and submit your interpretation of Luna's Volume 22, then yes. Oh, and since she's a fan, you should tell Momiji about it. Considering you're both fans of Luna, you should be proud to show off your work. The only thing I worry about is all that shouting and cursing you do when we're coming up on a deadline. If you think that's a lot of cursing, just know if you participate in the official con and submit your Volume 22, whether it's garbage or masterpiece, as the best Red Winner critic and president of the Luna Club, I will be the one to personally evaluate it. Sensei, why are you looking at me like that? I thought for sure you'd laugh after saying that. You know, like a good belly laugh after a joke. I don't understand. Well, I could say, you're so full of yourself. You're not a judge. I don't need your approval. And a few days ago, that's exactly what I would have shouted at you. But I don't want to. You're the reason I'm even here after all. What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it much louder? No, if you didn't hear it the first time, that's your fault. Anyway, maybe a challenging deadline is just what I need. I'll play along with your plans this time. That way I can create something that Momiji and I can both enjoy. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. As a courtesy, I'm expressing my full support. Do your best. Oh boy. back. I feel like we're tromping through the snow for an entire day. That's because we did, silly. With an armful of books at that. They're such thin books. How can they be so heavy? Never underestimate fan fiction. Each book is thin and light. But when you have a bunch together, they can be quite the challenge. It happens to me all the time. I buy a bunch of books I can't live without, but the stack really weighs you down. They also have the unfortunate side effect of lightening your wallet. You hold the entire sack until you feel like your arms are going to give out, and people stare at you like you have two heads. Then you just have to stare at the ground and hope they go away eventually. That never happened to me, mind you. That description was awfully specific. Time to start my research! Already? What do you mean already? We only have 4 days! Time is flying, every moment is precious. But there's one thing I wanted to say. I know I'm being a stubborn sensei, but I made things hard for myself, but I chose to do this, and I'm determined to do it right. That doesn't mean you have to indulge me. Of course I will. You asked me for help right from the start, and I won't abandon you now. You were just waiting to say, you said the cliche line, weren't you? But somehow I knew you'd stick with me. You're very kind, Sensei. I think that's why I trust you so much. Well then, I bought a bunch of fanfare for inspiration, so it's time to analyze. I should be able to write up a rough draft by the end of the day. And with that, Meru's 4-day drawing challenge began. 4 days ago. There's no end to these fanfics! Wait, their history is surely great. Change of plans. This won't work. It would take me 4 days just to read all this. I'll just have to start working and use these as a reference when I'm stuck. Sensei, you just keep up with the good work. Three days ago. You have to get some sleep. No, I can't. Every minute is precious right now. Huh? Sensei, where are you taking me? Oh, you want to sit down? Here? Rue dozed off the moment she sat down. Couldn't leave her like that. She'd have slept till noon the next day and felt terrible. Ruru, wake up. You need to brush your teeth and wash your face first. But you just told me to sit down. I'm so tired. Why do you want me to get up? You'll feel awful if you sleep in this chair all night. Come on. No, I want to sleep right now. Please. Come on now. It's not hard. You're a good, responsible girl, right? Go clean up. I'm not that good of a girl. 2 days ago. Sensei, how long was I asleep? Just under 3 hours, maybe? And how many hours have I been working? At least 13. This is hell. Huh. Oh, welcome, Takane. What brings you here? Maru still has time, right? I'm just here for an inspection. But I am by no means here because I was worried about Maruri. But what do I find when I visit Knowledge Liberation Front Library? Sensei Maruri lying half dead on the floor. When I ask what happened, all you can do is show me this book. Correct, Takane. You only had energy for a thumbs up, Sensei? Maruri, say something. She's asleep. Well, she's a goner. Out cold. Well, since I'm here, I'll give it a look. This is her life's calling, huh? As a critic, I must remain objective, but I can also factor in my personal opinion as the president of the Luna fan club. Please be kind to her. Well then. the two Lunas go... Huh? No way, that's how it ends? It fulfilled the foreshadowing in the canon, but with a twist. Moreover... Oh. Interesting. But if she says that... No. Come back, Luna, she didn't mean that! She knew all along. But she made that choice, but doing that means they only hurt each other. Really, Maruri? If that's how it ends, I'll never forgive you. Never! Even if the gods themselves do, I won't. What's going on? Tsukane, why are you here? Routine inspection. That's all you need to know. Inspection? I don't understand. I'm so sleepy. Maybe another nap. You can sleep after you finish the next chapter. Hurry! Oh boy. She's very into it, apparently. Jeez, I can't deal with this until I've had at least 3 cups of coffee. You're making me fetch you coffee? I won't forget this. What'd you expect? Sensei's half dead, and I desperately need sleep. You're the only one who can make a coffee run right now. Wow, I can't believe you had the guts to say that to my face. You bet I did. Anyway, how was it? How was it? Part 1 of Luna, Volume 22, of course. You said you'd review it from the perspective of a fan. So... You're disqualified. What? Why? Because it's not even done yet. What is there for me to review? Luna Volume 22 was never published because it's incomplete, right? You're sentencing me to the same fate. Did you really think this half-baked attempt would help Momoji? Forgive you, Momiji. How can you be so careless? 1,000 words couldn't describe how ashamed and disappointed I am right now. If it weren't for Momiji, I wouldn't have even had this opportunity. Sensei tried so hard to help me, but without Momiji, I'd be nothing. I can't finish this without Momiji, but I need to finish this to make up for her. What should I do? Sometimes being honest with ourselves is exactly what we need to be free. Are you telling me to admit I can't do it and give up? I'm telling you to be realistic. You can't submit unfinished work. And if this is the best you can do, then I'm a little disappointed in you. Day isn't here yet. D-Day. It's 2 days away, and today is nearly over. When you factor in the time to print, really you only have 1 day left. So you really think you can finish the last half in a single day, Maruri? You never know unless you try. Without Momiji, you can't review anything until it's finished, right? So you're going to try for it anyway, huh? Good. I'll be waiting. I look forward to reading your finished product. Keep it up. You know, she was very excited to read more about it. So she's obviously looking forward to it. All right. When we come back, we'll go through the last 6 story bits, and we'll see how this all ends up. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.